Okay, and we are live. Before we start, Angela, I'm just waiting 2 seconds to see because there's a little delay between StreamYard. Good. I've just checked there to see if a few people were here, but people will join us along the way. That's okay.
Yep.
But Angela, thanks ever so much for being here. That's the second time you are on the channel. And you are my first guest of 2026, and
Ah,
you couldn't be, it couldn't be better. I've watched your video, but I watched your video anyway. But that video about 60 before 60 travel bucket list, I did love that video so much. I've reached out. I'm like, I need to talk to you. I need to talk to you because it's been a while since I've been anyway, I've been watching your channel and you do a lot. You travel a lot and you do also things in the UK. I'm like, I want to do this. But anyway, before we start, can you introduce yourself to the people watching us and tell us who you are and what you do on YouTube?
yeah, thank you. So I'm absolutely delighted to be here, and your first guest of 2026.
Yes.
I'm honoured. Um, so my name's Angela, and I run a YouTube channel called Time Out with Angela, and my channel is about the 50 plus lifestyle, and that it is very broad, as you say, because I do everything, lots of things around, the 60 plus lifestyle, because when we hit those 40s and 50s and older, we're wiser, we're more knowledgeable about life, and we've got a lot to share and a lot to give back to the community. And that's why my channel covers things like weight loss. I've been on a weight loss journey. I've lost 185 pounds in weight today, which is about 12 and a half stone. Thank you very much. I also, and I'm also a weight loss coach, so I coach people around putting those behaviour changes in place. I do food hauls and shopping hauls to support that healthy lifestyle. I also do a little bit of cooking. I love to cook, and to cook in healthy ways, all my favourite dishes. I love to travel. I love to cruise. I love to I love to buy clothes for my new body and my new shape. So I do clothing hauls, and I just love to chat. So I do lots and lots of chit chat. So I do a variety of things, but it's really targeted to midlife. Yeah,
Yeah,
midlife.
what we are. Thank you so much for introducing yourself, Angela. And it's true, you have a lot of amazing videos, and you've been my weight loss coach. And by the way, what happened, Angela? Like I was editing videos from last year, and you know how you lose weight, but you don't see it when you have so much weight. And I lost 20 kilo, but I can't see it. Then I was editing the video. I'm like, oh my God, my face
Mhm.
is so puffy and so I have so much more weight. But I could not see it. As I'm filming myself right now, I'm like, I can't see it. But when you look back, and I still carry because Angela has been my weight loss coach. And I keep carry along a lot of the things that I've seen with you, you know. And I like that you did not cut everything off. It's really just portion, and yes. Anyway, we'll come back to that. By
Can I,
the way,
can I can I just quickly say
sure.
that your transformation is so beautiful.
Thank you.
I can see it in you, in your face, your weight loss, your hair transformation is beautiful. Love your hair, and
Thank
you're
you.
wearing makeup, and you are just absolutely glowing. And
Thank you so
I mean,
much.
you've always been a beautiful woman, but as I've been looking through and following your journey, and watching your videos, it is so clear that whole transformation, that self transformation, absolutely beautiful, Chase.
Wow, thank you so much, Angela. And coming from you, it touched me a lot. And as I say, we don't see it, and other people see better because we are into it, and it's difficult to appreciate the effort. But thank you so much. We have a few friends here that are saying hi. There's Mary, which is a very good friend. A channel is about motivation. Hey, Mary, she's saying hi to you. There's Amy. No, not Amy. There's Vicky. I'm so sorry, Vicky. I'm sorry, Vicky. I've seen Amy down there. Yes, there's Vicky here on your own terms. She's a very good friend of mine. So we all saying hi to each other. There's Caitlin. Hey, Caitlin. So happy to have you here. So, hey, guys. So, okay. So, Vicky said, very true. It takes longer for us to see the changes in ourselves. Yes, Vicky. All right. So we're gonna start, right? Guys, if you haven't checked the title, for those of you who just arrived now, we're talking with Angela about one of the amazing video about 60 before 60 travel bucket list. And Angela, you haven't turned 60 yet.
No, so I turn 59 next week, and
Okay.
then I'm 60 in January 27.
So, oh, in 1 year.
Yes.
Right.
So
So what
that's why my bucket list is
is
60
before
to do
60?
60.
Wow, that's amazing. So, why did you decide to do this now? Because your list is quite long. I
Yeah.
watched that video. It's almost, I can't remember if it's an hour or something. It's worth it. It was packed full of so amazing things. I'm like, oh my goodness, I want to do that. I want to do that. Why? Why now?
So as I'm coming up to 60 next year, I have spent a lot of years being unwell due to my health, and I live with some serious health conditions. I've always had a spirit of adventure, and for many years I couldn't be adventurous because of my health. And as I've sort of worked to improve my health, and coming up to the milestone birthday, it's a way for me to celebrate who I am, the woman I am, the journey that I've been on to get to this point, and to really celebrate arriving at 60 and saying, I'm here, I'm celebrating life in all of these wonderful and amazing years. And it's something that I'm thoroughly going to embrace and look forward to and enjoy.
I love that. I love that, Angela. And you know how a lot of us, we middle-aged women, a lot of people are afraid of aging. I think it's a blessing. And you look fantastic
Thank
anyway.
you.
If
Thank
you
you.
say that you're 60, I'm like, what? You turning 59, what? Like we have that advantage where, our skin, we look younger normally, which is fantastic. So why did you call it radical bucket list? What makes it radical for you personally?
Because, as I've been, every year that goes by, there's things that I've wanted to do, but being single, sometimes I've held myself back.
Okay.
And sometimes, I see things and I'm like, oh, I really want somebody to do that with, or I want to go here with somebody, I want to experience that. And I've decided, no, do you know what? I'm just going to embrace it. Because at the moment, there's this whole movement about solo dates and going on solo dates. And I
Yes.
thought, do you know what? That's me. I'm going to solo date. I'm going to do it. I'm going to ask people. If people want to come, great. If they don't, I'm going to do it solo. And in the past, I've cruised solo, and I've done that and I've loved it. And I thought, what's holding you back, Angela, from sort of doing all of these things? And I thought, actually, nothing. It was just that initial fear. So that's
Yeah.
why for me, it's radical. It's also radical because it's a lot of things.
Yeah.
It's
You
a
have
lot
a
of
lot on the list.
things.
Yes.
And, I'm like, do you know what? Life is for living. And if I'm going to embrace things, just embrace it all. Just
Yes.
embrace the lot.
Yeah.
and just live the life without conditions, without barriers, without hindrances. Just go for it. Yeah.
Absolutely. That is fantastic. And Angela, you've inspired a new series on the channel. I filmed it yesterday. I did,
Ah,
guys, I'm not telling much. You have to watch the video next week on Friday. You've inspired that video and that series because, yes, for the single, because you're single, but I'm married. But there's a lot of married people, like my husband doesn't like doing things like going out or whatever. And often I would keep myself from doing the things by myself. I'm like, I'm gonna date myself and I'm gonna go out. I'm gonna do like you, and and I had such an amazing time. So I've shared that on a video, and it's gonna be like a series on the channel once a month, where I'm gonna take myself out and date myself.
love
And
that.
yes, and we enjoy ourselves. I like that. Oh, you have a few message. Caitlin is saying, "It's nice to meet you, Angela. You definitely look
Oh,
much younger than your
thank
age."
you. Thank you.
And Vicky says, "Looking forward to watching it. It's amazing." And you know that. Go check Angela's channel later, guys, and watch that video 60 before 60. You're gonna love it. And she has so much more that she shares on the channel. So, what do you want your life to look and feel like by your 60th birthday?
So, you mentioned earlier, and I totally agree with you, that sometimes we become afraid of aging. And when we hit that big milestone, the 40, the 50, the 60, the 70, in this Western culture, there is that image of, I mean, I'm a grandmother, I've got two amazing grandchildren, and there is an image of grandma,
Yeah.
and I'm like, I'm booking the trend. I rock up at school to pick my grandkids up, and people think that they're my children, and I'm
Yeah.
there on nanny. I'm that, superstar, rocking, trendy, nanny. And I'm like, well, why shouldn't I be at 60? Who should define what 60 or 70 or 50 or 40 looks like? It's for us as individuals to define who we are and to live our life in full confidence. So yeah, that's who I am. That's what I want my life to be at 60. I want to be, the super glamorous granny who does all the naughty things, the cheeky things, who's absolutely fun and full of energy, who can keep up with the grandchildren, who I'm sending my grandkids postcards from far-flung places, and nannies living the life and doing all the things. That's who I want to be.
That's so
I'm
inspiring.
doing that in my 59th year and 60 and beyond.
Yeah. And to be honest, the difference between being 59 and 60, I don't think you look at the mirror and you're like, oh, I'm 60 and I'm so different. No, you're still
No.
going to look fabulous, you. And I love that. Life doesn't stop at 50, 60. No, life is actually more amazing. We're more daring. We know ourselves better. So I don't know, we really embrace
Yeah.
because, yes, we have more experience. So, yeah, I really, really like that for you.
It's only us that puts the limits on
True.
our lives and ourselves. And I'm flipping that lid, and I'm
Yeah.
saying, I'm doing what I want to do when I want to do it, how I
Yeah.
want to do it. And I'm being me, and I'm being authentic to me.
That's fantastic. And we already almost at the end of January. So we just moved into 2026. But it's crazy how time goes fast. Was there something in 2025 that make you want to live even more, do more this year? Is there something that you did well in 2025 that you carry forward? And at the same time, is there something that you would like to improve this year?
Yeah.
Generally.
So 7 years ago, well, 7 or 8 years ago, I went on holiday, and I got on the coach, and I had to have a seatbelt extension. and even then it was tight. And then I got on a
Mm.
plane, and I had on the coach. I was at the back, and there wasn't so many people around me, so it wasn't too bad. But on the flight, the plane was full, and I had to ask for a seatbelt extension. And on my days, I could have just died of embarrassment, and that kind of really impacted me, and it made me realize that I wasn't living life to the full. I wasn't traveling as much, I wouldn't go on, certain rides at the fun fair, all because of my weight. And I realized I was losing out. I was missing out on life, missing
Mm.
out on experiences. And I thought, you know what? No, I'm going to do something about it. So I started on my weight loss journey. And as I've been on progressing on my weight loss journey, in 2025, not only did I lose my weight, but I also improved my health because I'm type 2 diabetic too. And
Yeah.
I've reversed my type 2 diabetes.
Oh, wow.
And I started to see all of those health improvements. And whereas one time I was very, limited in the house because, due to my health, I suffer with like lupus that affects my heart and my lungs and my joints. At one point I was looking at life in a wheelchair and losing my mobility. My mobility still isn't great these days, but it made me appreciate what I've got, and it made me appreciate, you know what, Angela, you got to get out and live your life, um because you can have a million excuses as to why you won't step out the front door, and before you know it, your life is gone. So I decided in 25, when I saw my weight journey was successful, my diabetes was being reversed, I had holidays with my grandchildren. The grandkids would come here, or I'd go to them, and we'd be kicking the ball around, and we'd be laughing and having fun. And I was building that bond. And I was like, do you know what? I want more of this. I want more life. And I'm going to
Absolutely.
get that life. I'm going to live it, because I don't want to get to a point where my health reverses and I'm full of regret and thinking, I wish I'd have done this, I wish I'd have done that. No, I don't want to live life with regrets. I want to embrace life. And I want to have those memories so I could share that with others, inspire others, inspire my grandchildren to go and live their life to the full. Yeah, so that's what I want to do.
Wow. Oh my goodness. Look, hey, good morning, lady. Stopping by on our way to church. Thank you so much for stopping by. And, pray for us. Pray for all of us while you are at church. Right. So, um, Mary said, "What a journey, Angela. Thank you for sharing. What you
Okay.
shared is so beautiful, and I can so relate to, as you know, because you've been my weight loss coach, and one of my fear is being immobile, me being somebody who cannot move, who would be wheelchair bound. Right. This is why I'm working so hard, and I work with you to lose weight, because as a traveler you are limited, as you said, when you have too much weight on you, right? And the seat belt, tell me about it. Now I can close, like, even if I'm like, but I can close the seat belt now, and that's such a victory to not have to ask for it. And I'm still working toward it, really. To I shed 20 pounds, it's just the beginning. I want to do more, and I can already see the difference, like, when I walk outside and when I'm out and about, I can see the difference. So thank you for inspiring us, because reversing type 2 diabetic, that's also one of my goals. So thank you so much for sharing that, Angela. And guys, you guys there, thank you for being here. And please, please like the live, encourage us. And Angela, I'm going to ask you some cheeky questions, right? Um, so, um, what's the most out of character things on your list? You're 60 before 60.
Oh,
I don't know if you have the list on the front of you or
yeah,
anything that comes in
yeah,
mind.
I have my list right in front of me. Oh, well, maybe they're not. Uh, So, one of the things that I
Is
oh
there something that you like that's very daring? You know something that you would not normally do, but you put that
yeah,
on the list. You're like, okay, I'm gonna dare doing it this year.
yeah, there's one thing, but you know what? Um, I think I'm gonna find something and add something daring to my list.
Okay.
I haven't got anything daring as such, but two things that I'm really excited about is last year I read the Bible from
Mm,
start to finish. And I'd read the Bible before, but like only scriptures, a bit here and a bit there. But this last year, and I read it in 2.5 months, from Genesis right through to Revelation, and I did that via a podcast, and that was new for me. It was new, and it was a challenge. And in 2026, one of my goals is to do that again, but do it at a slower pace
slowly.
and
Yeah.
really absorb it. So that's something that I want to do. And the other thing is I want to host an in real life workshop
Okay.
for my community. And it's about motivation, inspiration, and inspiring. I've wanted to do that for the last 3 or 4 years. So that is something big that I want to do this year. Just hire a venue and get women together, get people, get the community together to network and to have inspirational speakers. And yeah, that's something I want to do this year. But
That would be amazing.
the daring bit, I need to think of something daring, like jumping out of a plane or bungee jumping. Or
I was not even that far because I'm so scared. I'm not going to do it. But like even being like a public speaker, like hiring a venue. I don't know
yeah,
if public speaking is something that easy for you, that comes easy for you. I'm like quite timid when it comes to a lot of people around me. Depending on who's there, I can shut down completely. And I know it's something that would be daring for me to do something like that. To like I'm gonna speak in the front of a lot of people, not on YouTube, but like public
yeah.
venue. Yeah, that would be amazing. Let us know when you do that. We all sign up and we're coming.
Oh,
Yeah.
brilliant! Thank you.
We are definitely. It's amazing to bring, and that's what I love with YouTube as well. No, it brings people
Yeah,
together. It brings community, like-minded people, and yeah. So and let me quickly see to see if somebody has. Oh, okay, yeah, absolutely. Mary says that sounds amazing, Angela. A workshop, and Vicky saying, I'm hanging in there. How are you? Okay. These are the ladies chatting with each other. All right. So that's fantastic. So the next one would be, what are you secretly hoping will change in your life through this uh bucket list?
you know what? I think I've already started to achieve it, and that is to inspire and help other people
Yeah,
to realize, their potential. That I work with so many people, and they want to do more things, but haven't necessarily got the confidence to do it.
hmm,
And I'm a big believer of, like the Nike, just do it. And I'm always saying,
exactly.
just do it.
Yeah,
And that's what I want. I want people to just live their best life, to
yeah,
fulfill their potential. And I want to show other people that it's possible. But I also want my grandchildren to look at me and say, do you know what? Nanny done this. Nanny wanted to do it, and she's done it.
absolutely.
And
Yeah,
where I can, to bring them with me as well, so we can do it together. Um, and at the end of the day, to build stronger relationships with my friends and my family and my loved ones, because at the end of the day, that's all we've got, isn't it?
I
It's
know.
just our relationships. um
Absolutely.
and I want to build stronger, like once a month. um Last year, me and my son, I realised something. I was spending a lot of time with my two grandchildren and spending a lot of time talking to my daughter-in-law. We were always gassing on the phone. And I realised I wasn't spending that much time with my son. And me and my son, we've always been close. So last year I decided, you know what? I need to do something about this. So once a month, we just take a day, we both have a day off work, and that is our time, just the two of us, nobody else, just the two of us. And we spend that time, we'll go for a meal, or we'll go for a drink, or we'll just do something together. And that's us. And last Monday, Monday gone, I ticked one thing off my bucket list, which was to go to the Cotswolds with him. And we just
Oh,
drove down to the Cotswolds and we did a whiskey and gin tour. And it was fabulous. I loved it. And, you know, just building that relationship even stronger, you know, for me, that's what this is all about in my life. So I can lie in bed at night and go to sleep and say, do you know what? I've made a difference, not just to me and my life, but to somebody else's life. And even more so if it's my grandchildren or my children. Yeah. So, yeah. So one thing off the bucket list already. Yeah.
that's so great. That is so great. And you know what you shared about your son, and it's true that what's most important, honestly, is the people around us, is the relationships, right? And often we are busy doing everything but creating that bond with our family or friend, etc. And you know, you sharing your journey online as well is a legacy you leave behind for your grandkid, great great grandkid, or whoever, you know, later on, to see how cool, you know, the great you know, grandmother was. And I love that for you, because I've done that with my kid, my eldest. We do a mommy and daughter date,
Mm,
and we used to do, it doesn't have to be expensive, that
yeah.
I tell people, we used to go to IKEA because we love IKEA. They used to do like I don't know, like £3 breakfast or lunch, or and really yummy stuff. And last this year, when I was going through my photos, because I did something that what Mel Robbins was advising to do, you
Mm,
know, your best year yet. You know, it was like a workbook to do and check how your year went. And I was amazed how many times we went out together for
mm,
coffees, for here, for cinema. We did so much, and that made me happy that I've created. And I want to do that with my youngest. My youngest is more homebody. She doesn't go out. So I need to find a way to create something with her this year. So you talking about that really inspired me, helped me, you know, as well. I'm just quickly checking here to see if we have more messages for you. Vicky says exactly, having those strong connection is a must
yeah.
for aging intentionally. I love that, because Vicky is all about aging on your own term, and that's
Mm,
what you're doing, Angela. You're aging on your own term, aging beautifully. Uh, Memory and must-haves. I love your channel name. Watching the freezing rain pour down in New Orleans. Oh, I'm so sorry. Yes, but sometimes watching the rain is beautiful.
mm,
It's beautiful. I do
yeah.
love watch the rain and hear the rain.
Yeah.
When I'm in Africa, here you can't hear it because of the way the roof are made. But in Africa, you hear the rain, like, you know, it's so loud. It's, I don't know, it's something calming. Yes, sometimes it becomes more challenging to make connections as we age. True, but I find that with YouTube, I don't know for you, Angela. I was like almost proud to say I don't have enough friend, blah 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 blah. You know, like I have no friend by AJ. But it's amazing how many people I've connected with via YouTube.
Yeah.
You know, even now I'm doing a business as a travel ambassador, and the lady that to sponsor me into that business is one of my subscriber from my French channel.
Wow.
We connected over a year or 2 years ago, and we became friends. And then and now when I was in France, I traveled with her. We shared a hotel room. And she became a good friend. And she's from my home country in Gabon. So making friend today, I think, is something that gets easier with social media when it's used the right way. What do you think?
I totally agree with you because, you know, sometimes, I mean, I work from home, and it can be isolating, but I know that when I get onto YouTube and you know, commenting and connecting with people, or people, you know, subscribe to my channel or to my membership, and we form connections, and I hold my Zoom sessions, and then from that, you know, we do meals out and days out. And now I've got such a wonderful group of people that I've met through social media, you know. So I totally agree with you. It's another way. It's another way to meet people and have those connections. Yeah, yeah, it's fabulous.
Exactly. Maureen, thank you so much for this, because making connection as we age, more challenging maybe in person, but we here on YouTube, because we're connecting with so many different people, and as you were saying, trying to have a venue to bring people together, there's so many more options today. So thank you, Maureen. And walking into church, have a great day. Have a great day, Maureen. All right, so we'll continue with my little notes here. So Angela, if somebody give you £500 right now for one bucket list item, which one would you choose and why?
Oh, it'd be a cruise. It'd be a cruise. Yeah,
Oh, you've
yeah.
done a lot of cruises.
I
Yeah.
have,
Oh
I
my goodness.
have,
Yes.
and I absolutely love cruising. I love it. I love the sea. There's something calming, apart from when you're sailing in a hurricane or a storm. But there's something
Yeah.
very calming and relaxing and cleansing about the sea. Something quite spiritual as well, sort of sitting on deck and seeing the ocean, and knowing that amongst all of that water there's life underneath it, and life
Yeah.
above it. Yeah, I love cruising, and then going into different countries and exploring different countries and different cities, and the culture and the foods, and seeing the people. Yeah, so yeah, if I had 500 quid, it would be a cruise. Yeah.
Oh, that's amazing. I know last time, the first time you came on the channel and we had that chat, we spoke about the fact that you did over 20 cruises. I
Yeah,
haven't done one yet, Angela, but this year is going to be my first one,
love
because
that.
with the new private travel club, it's like it's not like it's a subscription base where you pay something into you, like your how do you call it, into your bucket, travel bucket, right? And at the end of the year, you choose one life experience. I've chose a cruise in the Caribbean. I usually would not be able to afford it, to be honest with you, because it's like it's a thousands, and I can have a second person with me for free. So
Wow.
yeah, and I'm going with my youngest that I told you I don't do enough
Yeah.
things with. She's like, I want to come, mom, because she is like very lavish. Like it looks like beautiful. So that would be my first cruise this year, to go with that company, because it allows you to put some money aside for your travel, and then you can book holidays, more luxury, but at a smaller price, because they have such discounted prices. So I can't wait. Every time you talk about cruises, I'm like, even Vicky is going to a cruise again. Like all my friends are going to cruises. I haven't done one, but this year is the year I'm gonna go to my first cruise,
I
and I
love
can't
that.
wait.
You,
Yeah.
you're gonna love it. You're gonna love it. Yeah.
Yeah. So let me tell you, let me ask you something. When you go to those cruises, is it the one, because somebody told me sometimes you have to dress up? Do you have to bring dress up because there's like dance, boardroom dancing, or what do you
So
take on a
it
cruise?
depends which type of cruise you're going on.
Okay.
And depends who you're going with. If it's something like the Queen Mary or Cunard, they tend to be a bit more formal. But if you go in with somewhere like Royal Caribbean, P&O, Norwegian, they tend to be relaxed. Carnival is the is the fun cruise. So yeah, usually the cruises that I tend to go on, it's optional. They usually have one night where it's formal night, and everybody gets dressed up. But other than that, it's very relaxed. And even if you didn't want to, I mean, I've been on cruise and I've taken my formal wear and I've just not fancied doing that. So
Okay.
I've just gone to a different restaurant where it's more relaxed. So
Okay.
the idea is it's your holiday and you do what you want. If you want to dress up every night and be formal, you can do. But if you want to be in jeans and t-shirt, then it's just finding the restaurants that you can eat in that'll do that. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. Oh, that's good. So there's something for everyone.
yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Perfect. So now you said you've done one thing on your list, going
Mm-hmm.
with your son to that wine, and I mean, I'm paraphrasing, I
Yeah,
can't remember
yeah.
exactly.
The
I've seen the video.
whiskey tour.
Yeah, the whiskey, exactly, the whiskey too. So how do you plan it? Is it like a calendar you put on your calendar before you're 60? You want to do that in January, in February, or do you let it just life surprise you?
Yeah. So
You make
I
it
have
easier
I've,
as you go.
I've got my book here,
Okay.
and I just written in, like, just listed everything. There
Right.
in no particular order. It was just sitting there and thinking, oh, I want to do this. I'd like to do that. I've never done that before, or I've been here and I'd like to go there again. So no particular order. I've just written it all down, and then
Right.
like so in January, because a lot of it is, some of it is money dependent, and some of it is weather dependent. So I've got things like I want to visit Dublin and go to the Guinness factory. Well, I'm going to do that with my son, but we're thinking more around April, where,
Okay.
because we're having to travel and we're going to have to fly out to Birmingham and get an early morning flight. So if we can do that around April, May, when we've got the lighter mornings and the lighter evenings, it gives us a bit more time.
Yeah.
If we're doing it in the winter and it's the shorter days, we're going to lose that. So there's things like that. Then oh, the next one is I want to take the Caledonian Sleeper, the sleeper train,
I've
up
seen
to,
that.
yeah, up to Fort William, up to Ben Nevis. Now, again, that's going to be something I'm going to do in June or July because of the longer days. And when the sun rises at 5, 6 in the morning, you'll be able to look out and see the Highlands. Whereas doing it in the winter doesn't make sense to me.
Can I stop you here?
Yeah.
Because I've discovered so many things into that list that I've added on mine. It was so amazing. Can you tell us more about that train? I didn't know about it until you told me about, and a friend also was telling me about that. Sorry, you guys there, 10 people watching. Thank you so much for being here. Like the live and say hi in the comment, guys.
Yeah, so the Caledonian Sleeper is a sleeper train. So it's like a regular train, but it's got sleep like rooms. So if you've ever seen like Agatha Christie's, Murder on the Orient Express, it's
Yeah.
like that. And you have your sleeper rooms, your bedrooms,
Wow.
and you've got your dining carts. So it's got different levels. So you can either choose, the cheapest seats are your regular train seats, and
Yeah.
that's and you just hunker down in there with your blanket and you fall asleep on your seat.
Okay.
Or you can choose like another room which is like with bunk beds. So it sleeps two in the room and you've got a bunk bed, and you've also got like a shower as well.
Yeah.
Or you can have like more of a deluxe room with like a double bed, and your shower and all your facilities. So it's kind of like a budget hotel but on a sleeper train.
Okay.
And you would board London. I discovered that they also board from Birmingham now. So
Okay.
it boards from London or Birmingham, and it travels through all the way through Scotland, through
Wow.
Edinburgh,
Is there stops along
Aberdeen.
the way for you to see places, or you on the train from
You
where
stay on,
you?
so you don't get off. So you stay on until your stop. whether it be
Okay.
Inverness or Aberdeen or wherever. So
Yeah.
on there, it usually leaves London in the evening, and then you're travelling up overnight. And then that's why I say early morning. You get to Fort William at about 10 o'clock in the morning. So from 5, 6 o'clock, you'll be able to see the Highlands and the beauty of.
Yeah.
Then you get up to Fort William, and then when you get to Fort William, I plan to like um, go around Ben Nevis, the mountain range, and there's also a little ferry that takes you out to some of the little islands and that, and then get the sleeper train back. Yeah,
Yeah. Amy, hey Amy, that's my friend here. She said, I want to go with you on these trips also. I know.
yeah.
Angela are such amazing. Why this one in particular? What did that attracted you? Because there's a lot of sleeper trains, right? What is particular with the Caledonian one? That's the one you were talking to me about, Amy.
Yeah, well, I mean, I was aware of the Caledonian because I specifically wanted to go to Ben Nevis.
Okay.
And when I was researching how to go there, then I discovered the sleeper train, the Caledonian, and it's very Scottish, and the style and the decor and everything is
Okay.
very Scottish. They even give you like Scottish meals and stuff, so you really get the feel of Scotland. Yeah.
Okay, that's cool. Okay, Vicky was saying, I went to Viking and they do not have formal night.
Uh,
The dressy attire for the restaurant is business casual. That's
yes, the
cool.
Viking cruises. Yes.
Yeah, yeah. I haven't been to any, so Mary say that be fun, the sleeper train. I've
Mm,
been on a lot of sleeper train when I did the Interrail. Interrail is a train in Europe that you take. You buy one ticket, and then you stop to any country that you want. We did 13 countries in East Europe, so you have some sleeper train, but they're not fancy at all. They're really like rustic.
okay. Okay.
Yeah, I feel like this one is more like an experience train. I
Yes.
don't
Yes.
know. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
They serve you breakfast in your cabin as well. You can order that. They've got showers in the rooms and toilets. So yeah, I was just like, I just want to experience the sleeper train, and I want to experience the Highlands. I've been to Edinburgh.
Yeah,
Me and my son went last year actually, and that was fabulous. And we did the castle and we did some of the touristy things, but I want to just go further and explore the Highlands. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Thank you so much. I'm making my list. Okay. I'm thinking my youngest daughter for that. She loves hotels, she loves trains, she loves, being on the plane. So she would definitely love that one. So that's added on my list. Thank you. Thank you, Angela. You see, that's why I wanted to have you. I say I'm a traveler, but my friends here are travelers. Like we
Yeah.
have Vicky, who travels all the time, and she's going to another cruise again. A train trip is also on my bucket list. Me too, I've just added it.
Yeah.
And Amy say, okay, Amy said that earlier. Jazz, this is the train I was talking to you about. She was asking me, Amy's American. And she was asking me, I'm like, I have no idea. In the UK. And then I watch your video and you're talking about it. I'm like, that's the train. But I didn't know about it, honestly. So yes, Amy, that's the train. And we add that on the list. If you want, we go and travel all together. Um, so Mary said the deluxe room sounds nice, and through Scotland
Yeah.
it would be incredible. Yeah, I guess the view would be amazing too.
Stunning. Stunning. I've seen some YouTube videos of
Yeah.
people who've done that, and I'm just like, I need to go. I need to experience it. Yeah.
Okay, that is cool. So that is right up my street, the train. Great, great, Mary. So for people watching, right? Because a lot of people talk about, a bucket list and just wishful thinking. What would be the difference? Because sometimes you're like, oh, I would like to do that bucket list, and it stays a list on your paper. So,
So yeah, yeah. First of all, if you're thinking, oh, I'd love to do this, I'd love to do that, write it down. Get it
yeah,
in your notebook, put it
yeah.
down, and also commit to when you're going to do that. Like me, I haven't been able to commit a date or a month, but I know it's going to be before I'm 60. Yeah.
Okay.
So, I've got that commitment to myself. I was also saying earlier that other things there's some things I want to do, like days out in Shrewsbury or Bridgenorth, days out in Stratford and Warwick and Ironbridge, walks in the park. Those things I'm going to do in the summer when we've got the weather. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but things like theatre trips, I'm going for my birthday next week. I've got a couple of days off work, and I'm doing a solo date. I'm taking myself
Yeah.
out to a really fancy lunch, and then
Yeah.
I'm taking myself to the theatre. Do
I
you know?
love that.
So things like that. A theatre, cinema, books that I want to read, shows I want to watch. I can do that any time of year, but some things are more weather dependent. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. In a minute, I'm gonna ask you to give us a few of the things that you're gonna do because it can
Yeah.
inspire a lot of people. It did inspire me. So for someone who is watching us right now and feels stuck, tired, or too old to start, what advice would you give them?
Um, so you don't have to do as many things that I do. You might even just decide to do one thing a month,
Hmm.
or
Yeah,
even 3 things for the year. And maybe think of the top 3 things that you really want to do. Write it down and commit to it. You
yeah,
know, um,
yeah,
and you might say, in the next year or two. But the key is to start somewhere. And sometimes when you just have that day out, or you go for that meal out, or you do that solo trip out, you think, "Do you know what? I really, really want to." So just to give you an example, earlier this week, I reached out to some of my friends and I said, "Well, it's my birthday next week, and I'm going to organise an afternoon tea at a local garden centre." And everybody cried off, and people couldn't do it for all sorts of reasons. And I was like, "Do you know what? That's absolutely fine. I'm going to go on my own. I'm going to
yeah,
do it myself." And then
yeah,
my one friend this morning messaged me. She says, "Oh, I'll come with you," And I was like, "Brilliant." But I'm doing it because I want to do it. And if nobody else is able to, that's absolutely fine. Commit to yourself. Just commit to yourself.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that, Angela. I've been doing solo birthday for 2 years in a row. And I love that peaceful of doing my own things, not trying to work with my family what they want, what they don't want. I'm just going by myself. They usually don't like it because then they will follow me because they don't want me to be alone. But it's not
Mm.
being alone. It's just I enjoy doing something. And I like what you said. If they came, fantastic. Who comes? Fine. But if nobody comes, I'm doing it for me. I want to do it. And I'm gonna go.
I
You
love
know.
that. And that's often because we get to the stage in our life where we're comfortable with
Mm,
ourselves. And
mm,
for me, I'm sure definitely for you, we're our own best company.
mhm.
Yeah, we're our own
Exactly.
best company. And I'm happy, going for a meal on my own, going for a walk on my own, sitting in my house on my own. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
and I think that comes with age, where we're happy, we're best company. Yeah.
E
And the fact that
exactly.
you can travel across Africa solo, I love
Yeah,
that. You're your best travel mate.
I'm
Yeah.
crazy. Yeah, I'm like, it came with also, like you said, that when I turned 50, I'm like, I have to stop waiting for people. My kids are big. They're like, they want to travel with their friend. They
Mm.
don't want to go where I want to go. My husband also want to do something that so I'm like, who am I waiting for? And I don't have friend that may want to go to Africa. Well, I'm going by myself. At first it was scary. Now I enjoy it. And I discovered paradise, Zanzibar. Don't know if you've been there. Paradise
I,
on earth.
I've
It's an
seen your video.
amazing place. I haven't even showed some videos yet, just the clip of
Yeah.
Zanzibar, the clear blue water. Oh my goodness, so beautiful. You like in anywhere in the Caribbean, but I wouldn't have dared. And that trip was not even supposed to happen because I didn't have enough money. I had money to travel, but that's it, and just a little bit money. I'm like, I'm going. money flow
Mm.
through me, abundance flow through me.
I love
I will
that.
make it happen. And it did happen.
I love
Best trip
that.
ever. Best trip ever. So Vicky says, I will have to explore the train when we plan our trip to Scotland. Go away, Vicky. You're going everywhere. And she's like, I'm not a traveler. Go away. I love that. So I've seen that on your list. I hope you have time, Angela, because I
Yeah,
have a few more questions for you.
yeah, of course.
Um, on your list, there's a lot of travel, like traveling. It's a big part of your bucket list. What does travel give you that normal life doesn't? And or did you always love traveling?
Yeah, I've always loved traveling, always. Um, Traveling, do you know something? I used to take my son out of school and take him on holiday. And when his teachers used to say to me, you can't do that, I'd like, traveling is the best experience I can give my child. That's the best education because he's learning, he's experiences different cultures, different foods, he's learning tolerance, of different things. Traveling is the best experience, for me. And my son looks back now and he's so well traveled, and he's, yeah, it's never wasted, never wasted.
No, no.
Yeah, so for me, I love the I love learning. I love diversity in our communities, and it just helps me to understand people
Yeah,
and different cultures.
yeah,
I
yeah,
love it.
yeah.
I absolutely love it. Um, yeah, I just love exploring and seeing the world. One of the I love the sun. I'm always drawn to the sun, but I always wanted, it also dispels a lot of myths as well. So, when I went to Norway, and that was an incredible experience, just seeing that Norwegian people are like me and they don't
Oh.
necessarily wear those helmets with horns coming out of them. Do
Yeah,
you know what I mean? I mean,
yeah.
it's just like me, and the sun does shine in Norway, and it's incredibly beautiful. And, and their houses, they've got beautiful homes and houses, and it just starts to break down some myths and
Mm-hmm.
stereotypes,
Exactly.
that we have. And, I've never been to Africa, and that's one place I want to go. But so, the rhetoric and the myths and the stereotypes around Africa, African towns and villages and all of that, I need to break those down in my head, and I need to see for myself, because if you believe everything that the media tells you, you won't ever go to half of these countries and half of these places. So it's really, traveling just breaks barriers for me.
Absolutely. And that's the thing. Africa, there's all sorts. Like there's 54 countries, all different. And an advice is if you love the Caribbeans and all of that, beach destination, an easy entry to Africa is Zanzibar. And I discover myself all the time. First, if you asked me before going to Zanzibar, I would have said Senegal. It's easy, Benin. But now I tell everyone, go to Zanzibar. It's such an amazing, you just on it's a beach destination. There's so much tourists there. You wouldn't,
Mhm.
people don't even know it's in Africa, by the way. And when you are on the island, apart from the local, you don't know. It's so catered toward tourists. It's just an amazing place. People are just like, Akuna Matata, pole pole, like very easygoing. Like it makes me feel like Jamaica. I've never been to Jamaica. That's Jamaica in my head.
Mm.
Like people are more laid back, like easygoing, etc. Zanzibar is just amazing. If the one place, if you want to go to Africa and entry level, where you are on the continent, but you're like, wow, Zanzibar is a place you won't regret it at all. I want to say hi to our friend quickly. Hey, Tony. Tony's here. Say hi.
Ah,
Angela and Jays. And he says such great ideas. Angela has amazing ideas. Tony, I don't know if you watched that video. I invite you all to go watch that video even after this because it's amazing. Um, Thank you very much, Vicky. And now my good friend here. Hi, Nicole. Hi, hi, hi. Happy New Year. And all the best for 22. Guys, I'm saying to Happy New Year until the end of January, okay? Even in February. And Vicky says, Michael has discovered he has a bucket list. That's why our travels have ramped up, Lord. Thanks to Michael for his bucket list, you know. And I do hope that you add some of your bucket list in that list so you can travel as a couple as well in your destination, Vicky. I'm sure you are. Um, just added Norway on my travel list. Me too,
Oh,
Nicole. Did
beautiful.
you travel as like, was it
The
a
cruise.
cruise? Oh, was it through a
It's a
cruise?
cruise. I did the
Okay.
fjords. It's the fjords.
The field.
Um,
What do you mean? Is
fjords. FJORDS. FJORDS.
that
Fjords.
Oh, yes, I remember that. Yes, I've seen
Oh,
that.
it's beautiful. Oh my
Okay.
days. I loved it. Very scenic. It's
Okay.
cold, but
Okay.
beautiful.
Okay. It's added on my list too. Thank you. Nicole said, Black women seem to have a wonderful experience in Norway. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, definitely. There's not many black people in Norway, so you do stand out, and everybody wants to talk to you and
But
be
they're
confident
welcoming.
with
They're like
you.
nice people.
Oh,
They're
they were. Oh
welcoming.
my days, they were the best. They were absolutely lovely.
That's
Really, really lovely.
fantastic. I always wanted to visit, but I never done. So you just like it's on my list too.
Yeah.
And Mary said, breaking barriers, dispelling me, such a beautiful reason to want to travel. Yes,
Yeah.
my friend, join my club, okay, of travelers. And we were talking about like having a few people to travel as a group,
Mm.
ladies travels, ladies trip. I would love to do more of that. I'm a solo traveler, but last year I enjoyed so much meeting Mary, having the time with her in Spain. It was fantastic. And then I met Amy. Amy that was earlier here. And we went to two town in we went to Barcelona and Madrid together. That was fantastic. And we met the first time in South Africa, Cape Town. You know, and that's why I said thank you to YouTube for that. And I'm waiting to meet you. She's a traveler too. Nice to meet you. Miss you too, sis. Yes, it's fantastic how what travel brings, in our lives. So, can you give us a few names of the things that you want to do on your bucket list? Like, do you have like a top three?
Yeah, yeah, because I was also going to add that, traveling this, do you know what? There's so many incredible places to travel here in the UK, and
Yes.
that's not to be dismissed. There's so many wonderful, wonderful places. And, I'm in the Midlands, I'm in Birmingham, and for the first time, we went out to the Cotswolds. Oh my days, the Cotswolds is beautiful, and that was in the middle of January. Imagine in the middle of summer, it's just
Yeah.
rolling fields, absolutely gorgeous. So yeah, going out the Cotswolds was wonderful. I did actually make a little bit of a list. I don't know if I mean, I can send this over to you,
Yeah.
and you can pin it. If people want to travel, explore England, definitely visit the tourist board.
The
Okay,
tourist board.
tourist
Okay.
board. So you've
Okay.
got Visit England, Visit Scotland, Visit Ireland, and Visit Wales. So those are the tourist boards for all of those four countries. And if you go on there, it's going to give you loads of ideas of where to visit and places of interest and things to do in those four countries. So, and there's absolutely tons there. Then you could go to Visit Britain, another website,
Mhm.
and that is going to give you links to all the major cities: London, Birmingham, Manchester, Liverpool, Lincoln, Newcastle, all of those places that you can go to, all the major cities, and then you can, so if you want to visit, say, Manchester, you
Mhm.
go to Visit Britain, then click on the link for Visit Manchester, and it's going to give you things to do in Manchester, places to go, places to eat, museums to visit, all of that. So fantastic website. Then you've got the National Trust. So if you're into heritage and
Okay.
go to country houses, which I love as well because I'm into history, it'll give you a list of heritage and conservation places to visit as well, right across the country. Then you've got Virgin Experience Days if you want to do like an experience for a day or a weekend or a short break. TripAdvisor is fantastic if you want, say if you decide to go, I don't know, to Birmingham Museum and you want to look at the reviews to see if it's worth it, you can go on TripAdvisor and it can give you some ideas of what people thought about it. So those are, I'll send that over to you, Jase, but those
Please, that's
are
fantastic.
fantastic
Yes.
because there is so much to do in the UK, absolutely loads. And I in all my years I've never been to Devon, never been to Cornwall,
Me neither. None of them.
and I'm like,
Yes.
this year that's actually I mean my grandkids, they go every year, they
Yeah.
hire a caravan, and they last year they went twice down to Devon, and I was like this year I'm definitely gonna do Devon or Cornwall, one of those. Definitely want to do that.
Yeah.
And go to, like, because you've got beautiful beaches down there. I want to go to Wales as well. I've been to
Yeah. Been
Wales,
to
in fact,
Wales.
to
Yes.
Cardiff, but I want to get out to the Mumbles and to the beaches out there. There's so many beautiful places here in the UK, so I want to do more of that here too. So top three things. I love, well, I'm planning to go to, I'm going to the theatre this coming week to see a play, but I've read a book in 2025 called Small Island.
Okay.
Absolutely fabulous book, and the theatre show is coming to Birmingham, so I'm planning on going to see that.
Okay.
I want to um what I'm starting this coming week is a book that I'm going to read called To Kill a Mockingbird.
Yes.
Yeah, I've never read it, and so that's on my bucket list to read. I want to read that. I have. I want to also start exploring cathedrals as well. So I want to go to Lichfield Cathedral. Lichfield is only like, half an hour away from me. So I want to explore there.
Okay.
And let's see what else have we got on the list. I want to, in Birmingham they do a Black Heritage Walk,
Yeah.
so I want to explore that and just get to know about Black history in my own city. And York, I've got to go to York. Got to go to York and look at the cathedral, go to the shambles, but also have tea in Betty's tea room. That
Yeah.
top of my list, that is. I want to visit Windsor Castle. I've done Kensington Palace a couple of years ago, so I want to visit Windsor Castle and the British Museum. I love that place. I've been 2 or 3 times before, but there's so much because I'm really into history, so I want to
Yeah.
get down to London and explore there. I want to go to Bath, the Roman city of Bath, and
Yeah.
explore
Been
that.
there. Yeah.
And I want to take the Eurostar to Paris. I've been to Paris, but I've never been on the Eurostar train. So I
Yeah.
want to do that. And then I want to go out to the Palace of Versailles and go
Oh, the
out
Palais de
there. So
Versailles.
in France,
Yeah.
yeah, I'll be coming to you, Jace, about tips about navigating Paris and France. So,
Definitely.
and Dublin. Gosh, I can't limit it to three, my darling. There's just so many
That's okay.
that
But
I
you
want
see
to do.
why I was so excited when I watched your video? Because I tend to go far.
Yeah,
Malaysia, Indonesia. But I've been living in the UK for my kids now 24 years, but I haven't visited the UK because and after watching your video this weekend when I went to that trip and date myself, I was walking in my city And like I'm discovering things for the first time, because right now I'm not present, I'm paying attention. I'm like, oh my God, that has been here all along, but I haven't seen it. I've seen it, but not pay attention. You know how you just move and pass, and I saw tourists taking picture. I'm like, they're taking picture, but I'm here all the time, but I don't even appreciate the place.
Yeah,
I've never been to the museum in the town where I live in.
yeah.
Can you imagine? There's so many. So your list for me is fantastic, and I take it as really like a reference for me to visit more things in the UK. That's my goal this year as well. Do
And
less
you know, that is,
international.
that is such a good point, because people travel from far afield to England, and they come and they visit England. A lot of people come to Birmingham. You see the tourists in Birmingham, and we take it for granted because we live here. But there are so many amazing things. Once my niece came to, they live in Miami, they live in America, and they came and I took them to London, and we was outside Buckingham Palace, and they saw the Queen and they got a picture of the Queen.
Oh
You know,
wow.
oh, look at
Yeah.
that. So, yeah, so sometimes it's worth just making time to be a tourist in our own country, but
Yeah.
also in our own city as well. And I live in Birmingham, and Birmingham, I mean, London is number one, and then Manchester and Birmingham, you
Yeah.
know, or second cities, and there's so many fabulous things. And I'm like, yeah, I need to explore my own city a little bit more, and
Yeah.
get that balance. And it's also a bit cheaper as well, because you live here as well.
I know, right? I know. It cost me pennies to
Yeah.
travel last week, no, yesterday, that was yesterday. So, Mary says I'm a bit of a homebody. I know, friend, but traveling sounds incredible. It is incredible. And join me. I want traveling buddies, join my club, please. We can go do cruises together, and it's organized. You see, I used to travel as a solo and doing everything by myself, and like, you know being a backpacker. And the more I'm aging, I'm like, I want to travel with more style, and that's what I
Mm,
joined that company. And now I can go to a more luxury places, but cheaper. And
yeah.
I can enjoy like organized a holiday, not where I do everything by myself, but
Mm,
somebody has organized. I just show up, and I think it's going to be a good, nice, a nice way to travel too. So that's what I'm doing this year, and I think you will enjoy that, Mary. Come with us. Come with us. Join us. So, Nicole says, I'll be in Bali in May. We're gonna cross path.
well,
Friend, I'm gonna be in March. Then Vietnam, Thailand, and others this summer. Hope to meet you up, some of you ladies. We have to, only mountains don't cross. We're gonna meet somewhere, along the way. Definitely. I'm just going through our comments, Angela. Uh, Vicky says, all I used to do was walk, but now we are spreading our wings. Amen, sis. Go on and spread those wings.
and
We
and
walk.
and you know what? Working pays the bills, but knowing that you've got like a little break, or a little tour, or a little holiday at the end of the month, or every couple of months, it makes it easier to do the 9 to 5, doesn't it? Because we know we've got something forward to look forward to. So I love that. Yeah.
Exactly, exactly. Right. So I'm just quickly going through all the information useful. Yeah, Angela has amazing information. Head out to her channel, Out with Angela. Okay, all the links will be under the description. And she shared a lot of her trips and travel into on the channel. Amy says, "Is Angela into dancing or craft? If so, has she combined those things into travel?" That's a
I
great question.
love to dance when my knees and my hips allow me. And yes, I'm a crafter. I am a jewelry maker. I make jewelry. And I did a cruise once where they were hosting. jewelry making and crafting workshops. So when I got home, I contacted the cruise director. Well, I sort of networked with them on the show, on the cruise. And when I got back, I contacted them and asked if I could run jewelry making workshops on board.
Wow.
And the idea was they gave you the cruise and your accommodation for free, and you ran the jewelry making and crafting workshop. And I had a friend that used to do that, and then just life got in the way and I couldn't take up the opportunity. But yeah, I would have loved to have, you know, been a crafter or craft demonstrator running a workshop whilst cruising. Yeah, but I love both.
You can see some of Angela's dancing when she try her clothes. You know, when you go like buy new clothes. I love this. And then you do like a dance. I know. I love that. And that's, you know, being in a smaller body, you have to change your wardrobe so much. I love your hauls. I don't shop a lot, but I love watching a haul. A haul.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
clothing
Yes.
haul. Thank
Closing
you.
haul. I love, love, love. And then that dance at the end that you do, I'm just like, go girl.
Thank you.
So Mary says Cornwall is beautiful. It is, but I need to visit.
Yeah, I need to. Yeah,
Yeah. I love that you have a list, Angela. I am going to start writing things down I want
yeah.
to do and read. Oh my goodness,
And
that's
you know
nice.
what? A year is a long time.
Yeah,
And you know, going through menopause, I can't remember what I was doing last week. So you know, I write it all down and then I tick it off as I go along. And at the back here, I've got a little pocket, and I like put things in. So this was
oh
when we were in
wow.
Oxford, and this was
Yeah,
the whiskey tour. So I put like little things in just to remind me of what
yeah,
I've done. And then when I tick it off my list, I put the dates on when I've done it. You know, just as that little reminder that I've done it. So yeah, it just helps to, because you know, if at the end of the year, like there, I've just ticked that one off there, and I've
yeah,
put the date underneath. If I get to the end of the year and I look back and I think, oh God, what have I done with my life this year? What have I done? Can't
yeah,
remember. But if I
yeah.
can go through my list and think, oh, actually, I've done this and I've done that, and then, you know, I've got me evidence at the back, it's just, you know, I can look back and think, oh, yeah, do you know what? I've had a really good year. And I make sure to take loads of photos as well. And I've been like I've uploaded a video of my Cotswolds tour and also put pictures on the community page. So I've got a bit of a log. As you say, it's a legacy for the future for myself and my grandchildren, and they can look back and see. So yeah, just making those memories.
Exactly. I love that what you're sharing. And it brought something in my head right now, you know, is that, you know, sometimes you look back and we can't trust our memories to
Yeah,
remember what we were doing. And just making that list of what you want to do for the year automatically makes your life richer. You're planning
mm,
for it. You're planning for adventure, for things. I love, love that. After the live, I'm gonna do my list. Honestly, I'm gonna do my list of the things I want to do this
yeah.
year.
And you
Yeah,
know what? You know, one of the things I talk about on my YouTube channel is being frugal and being savvy when I'm shopping. And
yeah,
now that I've got my list written down, it focuses me because I'm like, well, you know, I'm going to buy something because I'm saving money. It's a bargain. And like I did a video yesterday where I was saying that, you know, I buy something because it's 11 pence cheaper. And people might laugh and think 11 pence. But when it's over the course of a year, I
I
actually
know.
that's like, you know, on that one product, I can be saving £11 a year. But over 100 items, I worked out that I can be easily saving 250, 300 quid, you
I
know.
know.
And that's all extra money towards the things I want to do. But also looking at knowing that I want to do all of these things you know, I'm thinking, well, where can I make the savings? You know, can I turn the heating down that little bit more? You know, do I have to buy this? Can I sell something and get more money in? So it
Yeah.
makes me more savvy to be
Ab-
able to afford these things, because it all costs. So I'm managing my money. You know, I'm on this savvy, fabulous, savvy, frugal lifestyle as well.
Yeah, I love that. That's all me that you described. You know what I discovered recently? I have a Monzo bank card. I don't know if it's elsewhere than in the UK.
Out of it.
And you know they have like a one pence saving, 1 penny saving per
Um,
day. It's like a saving challenge. I never seen it, although I've been on Monzo for a while. So I started it. It's like the first day you save 1 penny, the second day you save 2 pence, and so on. And at the end of the year, you have saved £667.
wow.
So I've started it. I'm in day 20 or something, and I've saved like £2. And that really goes with what you were saying. It's like every penny counts.
Yeah.
11 is a lot. You know, right now, I don't think you'll be able to see it. It shows like that.
Oh
Where,
yeah. Yeah.
you know, I'm already at £1 90, and I'm on day 90. Tomorrow I'm gonna save 20 pence. And
Yeah.
it goes on, and you know, daily you save something, and at the end you have 665. I don't know what I'm gonna do with this, but I thought that was just a fantastic way of saving tiny money.
Yeah.
And at the end you have something substantial. With that, I can use it for my cruise. You know, it could be like pocket money for when I go to my cruise, when I go to places you want to buy stuff or to eat inside the cruise. I don't know. But anyway, I have that money saved this year that way. So I love the tips.
Because
Uh,
it's a mindset, isn't it?
it
It's a
is.
mindset, you
Yeah.
know, and I believe that if I have that mindset of, you know, I go to the supermarket and the first thing I do is I go into the reduced section and I
Yeah.
buy things that are reduced, and it's a mindset. And the amount of money I've saved over the years doing that, and it's allowed me to cruise and have, you know, holidays and, you know, all of the things that I want. It's definitely a mindset. I love that, Monzo. I'll have to look at that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's really amazing. Wait, I send you my link. So we
Mm,
both get a reward. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's £10,
yeah.
£5.
Yeah.
Sorry, everything helps. So Nicole say, yeah, being a tourist in your own town can be very eye-opening.
Yeah.
I was like, whoa, that's here. I didn't realize. You know, usually I went to the mall, but there's like a little river passing, you know, but I've never seen it. It's not that I've never seen it, but you can't see without seeing because you're just like in the automatic mode and etc. And I'm like, oh my goodness, that's so beautiful. But
Yeah.
don't pay attention to what is in my
Yeah.
town. Now, you know, I'm gonna do that. I want to quickly, I know I'm conscious about time, but I have so many more things to ask you because I'm enjoying that conversation with you. So what is your travel style, you think? Are you more museum, history, you said, food, vibe, nature, walking? What is the main thing that you would do when you travel? What's your main
Um.
attraction?
So, um, to be an explorer, I
Okay.
want to explore. And I want to get underneath the history of the place. So I go to those key places, museums, cathedrals, churches, even graveyards, because it tells a story
Yeah.
about the life of the people that came before and
Wow.
the life now. So I love doing that. And you know, I live in Birmingham, and just down the road from me, literally 10 minutes, I've got Oak House, which is one of the oldest Tudor homes in the country.
Yeah.
I've driven past it, never been in there, need to go. I've also got, there's St Mary's Church, one of the oldest churches, medieval church, and in there is a graveyard, and Matthew Bolton, very famous. Matthew Bolton is buried there, and Matthew
Oh,
Bolton's house is probably about 15 minutes away from me. and all of these things are just there. But and he was the founder of the Luminary Society, and together with him and two other men, we got the electricity and all sorts of things. They were luminaries, and I'm like, goodness, all of this is there. So when I understand the history of the place, it's not just then buildings, it's not just a building, it's understanding the culture and the vibe of the place. So I'm very much, and James Brindley, that was the other one I couldn't remember, James Brindley, Matthew Bolton, and another guy. And we've got a great big statue of them in Birmingham, and then it's looking at these statues and thinking, yeah, now I'm starting to understand this city and this place. When I go to London, it's seeing the palaces, been to the Tower of London, and understanding the history of that around the Tudor times and King Henry V and all of that. And then when I start walking around London then takes on a different meaning,
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I'm a history geek. I love history. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
And
that's
then
fantastic.
on top, rounding it off with food and drink, is
Yeah.
nice. I love the
Yeah.
history. Yeah.
Definitely. So if you could give us like your best tip, right, for doing UK trips without spending a fortune, because that's gonna be my goal this year. What would that be?
I would say start in your own city, start in your own
Mm.
town, in the
Hmm.
nearest place, wherever it is that you live. Look for, go to your local library, and or go on one of those websites, Visit England, and just explore your nearest city, your nearest town, and explore something of interest that catches your eye,
Okay.
and set a day and just go for it. Book that time in, commit to you, and dress appropriately, take your camera, take a packed lunch, do all the things and just go for it and go and explore. And sometimes it just takes us doing that one thing, and when we do it, it gives us that appetite to do
Yeah.
more.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what I'd say to get started. Not everything has to cost a lot of money, you know. Even just what, exploring your local park.
Yeah.
Again, I've got a local park which was one of the earliest Victorian parks in Birmingham. And, as you go around it, you could see Victorian England in the park. And it's just exploring that. It's exhilarating. I love it. Love it.
I love that. Amy said, thanks for the live. I have so many new ideas. So true, Jess. Making a list does make life richer. And we're gonna do that, friend. What is the application, Jace, to save money? I'll bring it. I'll send it to you. I'll send you, Mary. It's Monzo. I'll send you my link. It's so funny. It gives you. I don't want to spoil my video next week because there's something that's coming up with that as well. Next week, Friday. Stay tuned for that. Um, Coming to the end of the conversation. Because I'm just conscious of the time and we need to go back to our families. So, what is one thing that you used to postpone that you refuse to postpone now?
Oh, do you know what? Sometimes I had every excuse under the sun.
Hmm.
Well, why I couldn't do. If it was like far-flung travel and I had to get a plane, I would do it because I've paid for it, I've committed to it. But I used to have a week off work, and I used to say, oh, I think this week I'm going to have a day out somewhere. But I never used to commit to it. I never wrote it down. I didn't plan it. I didn't book my train tickets, whatever. It was just like, oh, I'll see what the weather's like, and and then I'd get up on the day, and before I knew it, it was Friday, and I hadn't done anything. So now I plan it, and I commit to it, and I do it. So
I
like
love
for
that.
next week, for my birthday, I've already booked my tickets for my
Yeah,
theatre show. I've already I know what I'm gonna do, where I'm gonna go for my solo date, and so that's the Friday. I'm meeting my friends. I've planned it. We're booking it today. My afternoon tea on the Saturday for my birthday. I'll rest on the Sunday because I need a rest day. And then on the Monday, I've got a day off. I've also booked myself to go into Birmingham with my camera around Brindley Place to be a tourist and then catch a show and also go and have lunch again, all solo. I'm doing that. So I've got it all planned, regardless of the weather. So there's no backing out of it for me. Yeah.
Great.
I'm committed.
And you will document that on your channel.
Absolutely.
Okay,
Absolutely. Yeah.
we'll be watching.
Yeah.
Mary says, you sound so
Oh,
passionate, Angela, right? About
I love
history. She's
you.
amazing. I love your energy and everything you've shared is so rich, you know. I agree that it's not just seeing a place, but understanding why it exists.
That's
I
the
need to
one.
do more of this. Need to
That's
do
it.
more of this. Not just seeing, oh, it's a beautiful place, but what's behind the story of this place, right? And it's the best way anyway to understand the people. Um, I want to come to something that's very important for us women, for everybody really, but we women here. Hey Tony, we've got on your channel and on your list, sorry, there's self-care, right? What does self-care means for you?
So, years ago, if you asked me that question, self-care was about, getting the nails done and the hair done and the pampering and all of that. Now, self-care is much deeper than that. Self-care is about having my home tidy and clean so I can relax, I can rest. I Self-care means, you know, looking after me internally, having my mind calm and at peace. And I can do that just by sitting and looking into the garden or listening to a podcast. It means having a bath and getting to bed early, means listening to my body, that when my body hurts, like for example, classic on Monday, when me and my son had that day out in Cotswolds, I was planning on going to a birthday dinner for a friend on the evening, but when we were coming back, I was in so much pain. I was like, I can push it and go, but self-care was like, no, I need to look after
Mm,
me and my body.
yeah.
She'll understand. So self-care is about putting me first, listening to my body and doing all the things, getting my house in order, getting my mind in order, um, and being in peace and living in peace. And that is self-care for me now.
Wow. Listen to your body. You know, listen to yourself. Look what Amy said: plan, commit, do. This is
Mm.
going to be my mission for 2026. 20 Angela. Love that. So inspiring. Um, Mary, happy birthday, Angela, for next
Thank
week.
you. Thank
Okay.
you.
That's wonderful. Thanks, Angela. Angela, you don't know, you've shared so many gems, so many haha moments, I'm sure, for a lot of us here. Uh, with you there, Amy. I'm back. I was there with you, sis. It's so interesting with Angela. I knew that. Anyway, guys, let me just quickly go to your messages quickly. Welcome back, Vicky. Vicky was doing a premiere on the channel. As I get older, self care is no longer optional.
Love
I
that.
love this. It's not optional at all. Yeah, it's yes, so true. And I like that self care is also saying no
Mm.
to things instead of forcing yourself to go because listening to okay, my body said no, self care said no. I love what you shared there.
And doing it without the guilt as well,
Yeah,
because
yeah,
sometimes we know when we feel guilty, that can
yeah,
disrupt our peace.
yeah,
So, I'm like, no, I can't do it. And I'm okay with that. And I'm
yeah.
still in peace. Yeah.
Love that. Caitlin says, yes, that's it. 100% true. Listening to your body It's so important. Caitlin on the channel shares a lot about living with chronic fatigue
Right.
and how she navigate life. Is really, really interesting as well. Um, to see how she share a journey, with this. Vicky, that is so true. We're almost done. I promise. I promise we're almost done. I have a quick question for everyone. One thing you want to do before your next birthday. You've heard Angela. Plan, commit, do. What is the one thing that you want to do before your next birthday? Write it in the comments. Take Angela as being your example with we need to do things, guys. Planning is a good thing, but we need to commit and do what we say we wanted to do. I've committed myself to date myself once a month minimum, and I
Love
will
that.
I will share it with you guys on the channel. So please keep me accountable. If I don't share 1 month, you're like, then I have 2 days next month. I want to commit to making myself happy. And that's a part of self-care for me as well.
Love that.
To look after myself, put myself nice. My eyebrows are done because yesterday I went out. So, I had to do something. I made myself pretty for me. I put perfume. Oh my goodness, I looked good for myself. And that was so. You saw me yesterday, Angela. I was just like so ecstatic. I'm like, where are you going? I'm not going far. I'm going next door at home. But just that action to commit to me, right?
That.
Oh my God, that was so beautiful. Like,
I love
I was
that.
the best date ever. Sorry for my husband. So,
And you know what? I do that. I will put my makeup on, get dressed, put my perfume on, put my jewelry on for me, and I ain't opening my front door. I ain't going out the house. I ain't seeing anybody else. I'm doing it for me. You
yeah,
I love
yeah,
that. I love that. Love
yeah.
that you do that.
I know you've shared a lot already, but for a lot of you watching, even in the replay, say in the comment that you've been touched by what Angela shared today. There's a lot of people who will say, people look at my video and look at your video, and you go implicit. They're like, I don't have money, I don't have friends, I don't have confidence, I don't have time, I don't. What would you say to these people?
That's a mindset.
Thank you.
It's a mindset.
Yeah.
Shift the mindset.
Mm-hmm.
Shift the mindset. If you haven't got the money, start saving.
Mm-hmm.
Start being frugal and
Yeah.
you'll get that money. If you haven't got time, make the time, you
Mm-hmm.
know, and it doesn't have to be a week. It doesn't even have to be a day. It could be an hour that you
Yep.
set to go out somewhere, if you haven't got friends, be your own best friend. Yeah, be your own best friend, and go out. And when I've done cruises solo, I've met some of the most incredible people, and I've never been alone, never felt
No.
alone on a
Yeah.
cruise. Sometimes I'm like, "Do you know what? I'm gonna just take myself off something because I just want to be on my own. I don't want to, you
Yeah.
know, it's a mindset, and we have to shift the mindset. Otherwise, if you want to do it, like lady said, plan it, commit it, and do it.
Mm-hmm.
But,
Yeah.
break down that mindset and remove those barriers. The only one that puts those barriers there are us, and we can move them.
Absolutely. And time is just like a excuse. We always have time. Uh,
Mm.
it's what we prioritize, and we need to prioritize us. Um, Vicky says women have been brainwashed into believing we have to carry the world and pour ourselves
Yeah.
our on the back burner no more
Mm.
completely. Yeah, for me that shift 45 was like it's about me, and then
Mm.
50 was like my wings were like and my family knows it's all about me, and I love them even more, and I
Mm.
think I'm a better person for looking after me first, and there's nothing wrong about that. Mary said, this has been so amazing. I know, right? We don't want to let Angela go. I have so many ideas. James, the hot test with the mostest. Thank you so much. And I have the best guests, right? I'm waiting for you. I had Mary on the channel before. She need to come back to tell us what is her plan for 2026. What did you plan, commit, and do? Guys, I will invite all of you here to tell us how we're planning for 2026 to be our best year yet. I will make a book of new places I've visited for the year. Tony, that honestly, I was looking for a book because I love that book that you have to have like a dedicated place where you put and I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna plan that. It's so amazing as an
I
idea.
was going to say, this is a scrapbook. It's a
Okay.
scrapbook. So if you want something similar with a pocket in the back,
Yeah.
just look for like a scrapbook.
Okay. Did you
Yeah.
get that off Amazon or?
No, I got this from Tesco's, but they do them on Amazon. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, it's okay. I'm in the UK, so I could go to Tesco and see,
Yeah.
whatever I find. Yeah. Vicky said, I have committed to mediating with Mary daily. Meditating. I mean, my English is wrong, but like either in the morning or at night, but no less than once a day. Meditation made such a difference before life starting lifing. Absolutely. Mary has amazing meditations, even the night one as well. And that's what I was doing. I haven't done it so much since I came back from holiday, from wherever I was. And once a day, like daily starting with a meditation, help you set your day in a positive mindset. You start with being calm, being centered, and deciding that this day is going to be an amazing day. No matter what happen, I will stay positive. That's what I do. And yeah, Vicky, that's amazing. Tony say, and do declutter. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Decluttering, my goodness. Yes. I need to do that for my house. But when you live with other people, it's like, yes. Some people are maximalist, like my husband. And so, yes. In general, I think before my next birthday, I'll be 50. Self-care is number one. Prioritize that. Yes. And define in your book what is self-care, what Angela just did. And I remember when Angela coached me for weight loss, we spoke a lot about what self-care meant for me, not just about the nails and everything. And about those small aspects of life that makes a difference. So definitely. Um Nicole say, I'm decorating my house. I want to make it beautiful and have a heaven, a heaven of peace. That's what I'm doing before my next birthday. I love that, Nicole. I started that as well. I want to live because I'm always gone, so I'm never stable somewhere. And since we had tenant in the house, I've neglected my house because I'm always want to be somewhere else. This year, it's love the place you are in, whether it's the town, whether it's your house. I love that. Nicole, I know you don't post too much, but I'd love for you to give us a feedback on, how that went for you before your next birthday. When is that? Caitlin say that's awesome. It is, it is. Tony, that sounds like a great book. Yeah. Plan, do, and commit. I have to put it into action. We all have. Thank you so much for the tips, Angela. I agree with Nicole. Our environment shapes our mood. So,
Absolutely.
yeah, so true. I love having a beautiful space. So, Nicole, amazing. Great. Thanks, Kathleen. I wanted to reflect how I see myself, beautiful, feminine, and inspirational. And since you are all of it, like Nicole has a channel and she's a nurse. She's the most beautiful woman. I love when she share like the food that she's eating and how she's doing her exercise and everything. And she teaches us how to take care of our body, etc. She's an amazing woman. So yeah, definitely beautiful, feminine, inspirational. Writing down what self-care is, of course. Right. That's awesome. Will you be sharing it on your channel, Nicole? That would be great, Kathleen, right? She needs to. We waiting for it, sis. My birthday is in April. Maybe I'll share a bit on my channel. Please do. We're all looking forward to it. So we're almost to the end. So where can people follow your and watch your 60 before 60 video, because you document some of them. I don't know if you will do all. And I don't know, Angela, I'm sorry, I'm gonna cut you off there. Sorry, I know you wanted to reply. I don't know how you do it. Angela's channel is amazing. Since last year, she has video all the time coming in amazing. Like, I'm like, how do you do that, sis? How?
I've got plenty of time on my hands. No, it's just, you know what? I love making content, and because I love it, it's not hard. It's, and there's always something happening in my world, or thoughts that I think, oh, I need to just document that. And that was the background to it. I wanted to document my life for my grandchildren. And yeah, YouTube's a fabulous way of doing it. So that's why, I had to force myself to slow down. But yeah, I've got videos all stacked up, backed up, yeah, I love it. I love creating, and I've always had a lot to say. So yeah.
That's fantastic. So, can you give? Is there anything else you want to share with the audience? So there's um, um, Angela's channel. Sorry, Time Out with Angela.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a
Time
channel name. Angela, feel free to type your channel link inside the comments, or I can do that.
Yeah, if you can do it, because I'm on my phone. But yeah,
Okay,
I
no problem.
can send you the link to the video a little bit later. But yeah, time out with Angela, and as the channel says, it's about having time out. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
whether it's time out of whatever your circumstances, time out at the weekend, time out with your family, just time out for yourself.
yeah,
Just
yeah.
having that time out. And just enjoying life. And my motto for life is get up, dress up, and show up. That's my
Oh,
life's motto. Get up,
get
dress
up,
up, and show up.
dress
And,
up, and show up.
and first of all, I do it for myself. Every single day, I get up, I dress up, even if I'm not going anywhere, I do it for myself, and I show up for me. And in my 59th year, before I'm 60, I'm going to do that even more so.
I love that. Caitlin say, I have to run. I always enjoy your videos, Jace. Much love. Thanks for sharing, Angela. Caitlin, thank you. See you on the other side on your channel. And thank you so much for being here. Angela, I think we came to the end of this. It was such an amazing time, spending time with you here. And everything you shared has been so valuable for a lot of us. We still 10, watching, because there was so much that you shared with us that we don't want to let you go. If you have any final message that you want to share with the audience, and about, who want to change their life for 2026, but
Yeah.
feel scared, what would that be?
I would just say, just have a little think, and you don't have to come up with everything today or tomorrow. Just as life is rolling by, just decide. Yeah, you love my little motto: get up, dress up, and show up. Yeah, just decide what you want to do, as and when you want to do it, and write it down, and make that commitment to yourself, and do it. Just do it. Yeah, no regret.
Incredible, guys. I did share Angela's channel, the video that I'm talking about, that are reference for this live. It's this one, and I will also put things under the video. I have an appointment in about 15 minutes, so I'll put it a little bit later. Go check Angela's channel. You won't regret it. She shared so much on that channel, and you've seen how inspiring she is. Angela, thanks ever so much. It was such a pleasure to have you. I wish you the very best, and we see you at your 60s or midway to tell us how you're going with your list, because I want
Definitely.
to know. I want to know. And
Definitely.
all of you will meet up back here, and you're going to tell us as well what you've done before your next birthday. Okay. If
Yeah.
you've done it. And so, guys, have a lovely, lovely evening. I'm going to plug something here, guys. Quickly. Where's that? I don't know. I wanted to plug something here. Okay, so please feel free to check my description on my channel. I'm a travel ambassador for a company, a private club company, where we can travel as a group, okay, and save on traveling. Please, if you want to know more, let me know and I'll tell you all about that company. So I wanted to plug that. Guys, have a fantastic Sunday and wishing you the best week starting tomorrow. And Angela, thanks again. And anything
Thank
that you want
you.
to say,
My
go on.
absolute pleasure. I've loved it. Thank you for inviting me on. Thank you.
Oh, it was such a pleasure. And my friends, all of you there, I love you all. Thanks ever so much. I've got to run because I have a meeting now. But it was such a pleasure. Angela, take care of yourself and I
Thank
see you
you.
on your channel.
Yeah, take care, guys.
Bye,
Bye.
guys.
Bye.
Bye.